So, this is the Wanderer, and I decided I'm just going to walk to film this video because I can't sit somewhere in peace without people interrupting me to make this video. So anyway, we're going to go on a walk today, and I'm going to tell you about a comment that I got. Okay, so being a new YouTuber, I'm expecting to get comments sometime, eventually, I hope. So, I did, I did get one. And so my first comment that I think I've ever got in my life said something about my voice. And mind you, I wanted to make a video about my voice sometime anyway, you know, especially since, like, I sing and stuff, you know. And I do, like, voice acting type of stuff, because I think that'd be a really neat field to break into, voice acting. Never actually been down this road, but whatever. Anyway, so I wanted to tell you a little story, about, yeah, excuse me, sorry, I had an interview like a couple minutes ago. So, there's a dog. Okay, so, anyway, so they said something about, with practice, you could be good, or something like that. And, okay, so I wanted to talk about the fact that, so when I was a kid, I had a horrendous speech problem and couldn't talk at all, hardly. Like, I couldn't say hardly anything. So, I mean, from 1st grade to 6th grade, there's somebody over here too. I just can't even get peace of mind. Anyway, I was just walking back and forth, I guess. Whatever. So, sorry, I'm getting angry about this, but I mean, you know, it is true. I want to get peace of mind, I never can do that. But anyway, I'll walk the other way. So, let's see. So, when I was in, 1st to 6th grade, I took speech class, and then I had something happen when I was young that led me to developing PTSD. I didn't know it at that age, but I had already thought that people around me were so dumb because, like, they would judge me for how I talked instead of by what I said. And I thought that was extremely superficial. I still think that. But so as a result, you know, I actually ended up, I got a camcorder when I was a teenager, and actually sang along with the same band over and over and over again for like 2 hours a night, and then I would listen back to it, I would sing some more, and that's like what I did every day after school for like all of high school, you know, all the rest of high school, into my 20s, and even I sang still into my 30s to try to practice my voice. And when I was about 31 or so, somebody told me, oh, I couldn't even tell he had a speech problem in the past. And I consider that a major compliment, you know, because I used to get made fun of so much. Like, you know, I got bullied by the same girl from, no joke, kindergarten until 10th grade when she dropped out. Mostly because of my voice. She would try to bother me into talking to her, and I didn't want to talk to her. You know, and then, so, in my late 20s, I got a TBI. And I don't know if anybody knows anything about a TBI, but it causes you all kinds of trouble. It causes you fits of rage. It causes you to sometimes lose out on job opportunities. It causes you so much trouble. But also, it can sometimes do things to other parts of your body, like your voice. It can make your voice kind of flat sometimes, I found out. And so, with all the practice that I've done in my life, and given, you know, what I've been through in life, you know, I mean, I just kind of want to add that disclaimer, you know? It's like, sorry, I'm like right by the road, but like, to be judged based on like the, you know, how other people would be judged is kind of insensitive, considering that, you know, we're not playing with the same deck of cards here, you know? But I realized a long time ago that people on the internet are hateful, you know? And I mean, there's not much you can really do about it, you know? I do what I can. And I mean, some days are better than others. You know, But I just wanted to, like, make a video about that because I felt like that people, sorry, I've been walking, you know, that people don't really understand, you know, like, how, like, someone's life can go. Like, I feel like even as an adult, I'm facing kind of the same thing I had in childhood where, like, people judge you for something they don't understand. But it's, like, even worse now. You know, like, so, altogether, I've had 2 head injuries and a TBI. I got my TBI by, like, okay, so I hit my head on a vehicle. I cracked it against the metal frame part. And, you know, I didn't think it was that bad. You know, like, you want to walk things off and think, oh, I'm okay. But I forgot what year it was. And I would proceed to not know what year it was for, basically I'd have lapse in my knowing what year it is for years now. Like, off and on. Like, I felt like 2018, or actually it felt like 2016 and 2018. Then it felt like 2019, I think it was, for like 3 years straight. I actually just earlier this year, in March, I thought it was June one day. Like, TBIs are actually not fun to live with. I don't recommend. But, you know, I do what I can. And I still enjoy singing. Even if, you know, if people don't like my voice back, you know, I don't care. But it's like, you don't have to be hateful. But I think it goes without saying, my main point, though, is like, sometimes you don't know how much training that somebody has already put in. It's like, you know, I'm actually proud of my progress from where I came from, you know? Because, I mean, I went from not being able to even say anything at all, hardly, to singing decent enough for myself. I mean, I think it's safe to say I'm not professional, you know? So I shouldn't really judge myself based on, you know, somebody that maybe has 1 billion views or something. I mean, I did notice the commenter that left that comment, like, where's his videos? You know? It's like, I didn't see his videos on there. I don't see his fancy voice anywhere. You know? But, I mean, I've mostly focused on voice acting. You know? Like, I mean, you probably heard me do my little thing about Patrick, and then, like, I actually have a really high voice that I use sometimes. Sorry about the wind, by the way. But I don't know. So, you know, I mean, tell me in the comments if you want to. You know, what do you think about, like, the fact about people singing? Like, don't you think that for everybody it's a journey? I mean, you know, I think we should normalize different voices because, like, look at the pop industry nowadays. In the past, people like Billie Eilish and all these other people would have got made fun of so bad. Like, I had a similar voice when I was young because, like, I had a speech problem. You know, I mean, if, you know, people with a lisp or anything like that would have got made the fun of so bad. Like, you know, they would have been, you know, also, I'm kind of dyslexic too, which don't add anything to, you know, like, things. You probably picked that up on my videos because, like, I get mixed up on stuff and, like, I can't even read my own handwriting, you know. But it's like, you know, I mean, so basically, what's your thoughts on, you know, like, what do you think makes a voice good, you know? I mean, do you think that people, you know, should judge themselves based on literally every other voice they heard on the radio? Or do you think that people should have their unique voice that shines through and shows who they are? You know? Please let me know, you know? But yeah, I'm going to get off my rant now, you know. But I just thought I'd make a little video about that. You know, I mean, I might go more in depth about life someday, you know, but I thought I'd just make a video. But yeah, I don't know. So, goodbye. I don't know what else to say. Bye. Have a good Easter. Bye.